Hey guys, GhostMaster here with another Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle, and today I am battling against Mcillian from Smogon.com. Now this battle was quite a good one, to be honest, and you'll see why. It is very, very close, I must say. So I start off in my red shade and he starts off with a Porygon, no, not Porygon, his Zoroark disguised as Cerulean. Now, at the time I wasn't sure if it was Zoroark, so I go with the Thunder Wave. But when he uses Flamethrower, he gave himself away. So I knew for a fact it wasn't the Cerulean, so I knew not to expect any moves like Sacred Sword or Close Combat. So I wasn't as worried, so I pull off Thunder Wave. That way I'm able to secure my chances of landing a Stealth Rock, as you see. He then goes for the Grass Knot, which is kind of stupid for a Steel type, but... So yeah. Then I use Earthquake to predict his switch, which he does. He switches into Sableye, and I think he just thought I was using Seismic Tosses or a fighting move, when really I'm going for the Earthquake. And then he then uses a Will-O-Wisp, and then I go for a Thunder Wave again, just to cause some stunning now. So yeah, managed to pull off the stun, and I just continue to use it. I don't bother to switch him out because I figure he'll just die later on anyway if I was to take him back, so I just leave him and continue to use Earthquake. So hopefully maybe get Sableye knocked out, even though my physical attack is crippled due to the burn. So yeah. He does eventually take me out with 2 Nightshades and the burn damage. Well no, he takes me out with the Nightshades even. After which I switch into my Porygon 2. Which you will recall from my first Wi-Fi battle against X-Piper. So yeah, he goes for the trick to get my Evilite, which is kind of pointless, and then I go for the Discharge to knock out his Sableye. But unfortunately, he switches into, well, not really unfortunately, he switches into his Swampert, who pulls off a Stealth Rock. I use Tri-Attack to cause some damage, and I managed to get the Stun Hacks, which is good. The more Pokemon stunned or inflicted with a status problem, the better, to be honest. And then you use another Tri-Attack to hopefully cause more damage or knock him out, but it obviously doesn't work. But he does get stunned, and unfortunately I mispredict here. I thought he would just leave him for Death Border, but instead he switches into his Jirachi, so I pull off another Tri-Attack, but it's pretty much useless because it does very little damage and doesn't get a stun, a burn, or a freeze. So yeah. He then goes for the Iron Head, and because of Serene Gaze, he gets the flinch. And here I mispredict again. I could have went with, I go for the Tri-Attack or Discharge, so I can't remember. I go for the Discharge, yes. I then break the illusion, and then at this point I mispredict. I could have went with the Recover to get me some more health. No, yes I could have. Because of the Sucker Punch, but I mispredict and end up getting knocked out by Jirachi's Thunder Punch. So yeah. I then switch into Heatran to hope, but what I thought was he'd withdraw to his Swampert, so I thought to hit him with an Earth Power, but I mispredict and he goes into his Latias. which of course has levitate, which will resist fall ground type moves. So and because I'm choice scarf, I'm locked into F power, so I have no choice but to withdraw because Heatran is pretty useless here. So I switch into my Lucario, and I just keep using Dark Pulse until he knocks me out with Dragon Pulse that gets boosted with Calm Mind. So yeah, use the Dark Pulse, and I continue to do so until, I think either he knocks me out or I knock him out. It depends really. And also, I'm very close to 2,500 channel views. I am asking that you please help me raise that to even 2,500. If that does so, I will probably do a very special giveaway. Yep, a very special giveaway of some Pokemon, shiny, maybe not, I don't know, it'll depend. But yeah. So at this point he knocks out my Lucario, and then I switch into my Feraligatr to pull off the Ice Punch. Now I could have went with the Dragon Dance to get some extra speed, but I didn't want to chance the Dragon Pulse taking him out, so I just go straight into the Ice Punch, which knocks him out, which is good. And that's Feraligatr this beast. He then goes back into direction. I stay in for a Feraligatr, knowing he has Thunder Punch, hoping to be able to pull off an Earthquake before he attacks, but unfortunately I'm not fast enough, and he pulls off the Thunder Punch and takes down my Feraligatr. Now at this point I only have 2 Pokemon left and he has 3. Now with Heatran I go straight into Overheat, because I figure he won't withdraw, there's no point, because if I used any move it would cause damage to either his Virizion, knock out his Swampert, so it wouldn't make much of a difference if he stayed or not. So he leaves it for Death Fodder, and I take him down with the Overheat, and he then goes into his Virizion, and because I know that if I just withdraw, the Heatran would get knocked out, my other Pokemon would get knocked out as well, my Victini, which is the physical attacking V-Create Victini, and I figure that would come in handy for this battle, because of the fact that Virizion is not, it's the grass type. So yeah, switch into Victini, well, go into Victini. I'm not sure whether he'd withdraw. I go for the V-Create straight off, but he goes into Swampert. Now I almost knock him out with the V-Create, but I don't, unfortunately. I almost knock him out, but I pull off another one, which does eventually knock him out. Well, it does knock him out even the second one. And he's then left with Virizion. Now at this point I'm thinking to myself, oh, I am stuck. Because of the fact I was thinking that the Virizion knows Stone Edge, which it does. But instead of using Stone Edge, it does something different. Now he tells me it's because he doesn't want to risk the miss. But Stone Edge doesn't miss that often, to be honest. I mean, out of the 5, it's usually like 1. But yeah, he goes into his Virizion and then goes for close combat instead of the Stone Edge, which I do live, and I managed to pull off a V-Create, winning me the match. So yeah, it was a pretty close match, this one. Victini was the one that came through in the end to bring me the victory, which was good. And I only got this one to level 100 a little while ago. But yeah, thank you Victini. Now I know what the V stands for, and V-Create, Victory Create, yeah, lol. So yeah, that's the end of the battle, guys, and yeah, hope you enjoyed it. It was really, this battle was really fun, and I hope to battle this guy again sometime. So yeah, and that's about it. So goodbye YouTube, this is GhostMaster signing out.